Did you know that changing just one of your core beliefs will increase your happiness by up to 40%? In this video, I'm going to show you some simple steps to recycle your beliefs and change your attitude to improve your personal and professional lives. Not only that, how you can help those in your personal and professional lives do the same. I'm Chapman, and this is A Mental Floss. So let's kick things off with a little story. This is young Theodore Giselle, someone you all know, but we'll leave that to a surprise in a moment. Young Theodore is in Boy Scouts Troop of America at the time when Teddy Roosevelt was president. So let's go way back in time. And they are raising money. And instead of raising money for just the troop, they're doing it for the actual government. They're not selling Christmas wreaths, they're selling war bonds. The competition is whoever sells the most war bonds, the top 10 kids in the entire United States, will get a chance to go meet Teddy Roosevelt at the White House. Young Theodore does it. He's in the top 10. So he gets his friends, his family, they get on the train, they go to meet with the president at the White House. He's at this massive event in the Rose Garden. There's just so many press, so many people, his friends, his family, a big stage, a band. It's just this huge event. And the 10 boys are standing on the side of the stage to step up one at a time. They're gonna meet the president, shake his hand. The press takes, pictures. He gets to talk with the president. It's gonna be on the radio broadcasted. It's a big moment for this little kid. He's number 10 in line. All the boys go up one by one. They get the special medal. They get their moment. It's getting closer and closer. He's getting excited and nervous. He comes up. They forgot the 10th medal. So now he's walking up on stage. The president doesn't have the medal and he just goes, "What's this little boy doing here?" Gets a big laugh from the crowd. Young Theodore is shattered, embarrassed. Public speaking's hard enough as it is. Here's young Theodore tragically embarrassed in front of his friends, his family, and essentially the entire nation and the president of the United States. Just then, the head of the Boy Scouts of America drags him off stage and it's over. Now, young Theodore, let's fast forward. I said you probably all know him. He grows up to be none other than Dr. Seuss. And as Dr. Seuss, now he is a successful author. He's beloved worldwide. But that moment really stuck with him. And let me show you how. He would be asked to go do public speaking engagements. A huge phobia from people anyway, but now think of that experience he had as a kid. They would call, and he was such a nice guy that he would say, "Yes, of course I'll come." And what he would do is pack his bags the night before, kiss his wife in the morning, head to the train station, but he'd never leave the train station. He would just walk in circles, read a book, have coffee, hoping that they would assume that he got sick or just couldn't make it, right? So he would come home, his wife would say, "How was it?" He'd kiss her on the cheek, say, "It was lovely, they loved it, I'm tired, I'd like to go take a nap." This goes on for a while until one day he goes and does the same thing, is at the train station, and his wife gets a phone call from the people that invite him to speak saying, "Hey, he was supposed to be here like an hour ago. We want to make sure everything's okay." And she's like, "I'm not sure what happened." Just as she's hanging up the phone, he walks to the front door and says, "It was wonderful. They loved it. It was great." Gives her a kiss, said, "I'd like to go take a nap." And she says, "We need to have a talk." So as they talk about this, how can we approach this? He decides, I'll challenge this. I'm going to wait until the right offer comes to speak, something I really care about. Well, sure enough, not long after that, the offer came for him to speak in front of a large group of children book authors. And he cared so deeply about the impact that children's books can have on the world for both the young and the old that Dr. Seuss says, "I'll do this." So what he does is he packs his bag. He goes the night before to really help himself get prepared. He goes to the auditorium at a university where he's going to be speaking, and inside this lecture hall, there's just chalkboards lining it on the ground level, even up into the rafters. And he gets the ladder out and he draws all of his characters across all of these so that they're looking at him while he's talking, and they're there as his own support system. He goes back to his hotel, goes to bed, gets up early in the morning. He's standing now in his suit, already sweating bullets. That younger version of himself that was in front of the president, embarrassed, is almost rising up in him, and he's just sweating through that suit. When the janitor walks up to him, everybody's already filled the auditorium. There's no backing up now. The janitor says, "Excuse me, are you speaking here today?" He goes, "Yes, I am." He goes, "Oof, Good thing I got here early in the morning to clean up. Some kids came in and drew all over the walls. I cleaned them all up for you. So his illustrations are gone from the chalkboards. He's even more nervous and he's got to go in. So he goes in and he gives a talk. As nervous as he was, he knocked it out of the park. He got a standing ovation. Everyone loved it. He started actually feeling good, like I can do this. But he also made friends with 3 or 4 children book authors that became friends for his entire rest of his life. I think 3 of them even ended up being pallbearers, carrying his coffin at his funeral. So if we look at young Theodore, who became Dr. Seuss, and that experience of kind of recycling his belief about being in front of the public, let's kind of break down what happened there and how you can apply that to your personal and professional life. There's an experience that happens, right? So when he's a kid, he gets mortified in front of the president. He gets the feeling of just embarrassment and shame. That now creates a belief that public speaking or being in front of people is no good. And that creates a behavior of completely avoiding it. He now has an attitude just built on, I'm not going to public speak. In fact, they even say that he was pretty reclusive, and that his autobiographer had said that experience with the president really made him a shy person and someone who didn't really like to be in public settings. Now to recycle it, you come back through, you create new experiences. The new experience was, I'm going to move through that neurology that's making me so scared. I'm just gonna at least try a new experience. Did the public speaking engagement. It felt good. He met amazing friends there. He believed he could do this. And now he had a new behavior of, I'm willing to take more risks in trying public exposure experiences and talks. So he has this new attitude. Well, by recycling that, we all benefited across the world because another call came in. And that call was from a university that asked him to do a commencement speech. And the commencement speech that he wrote was All the Places You Will Go, one of the most famous books he has written. All the Places You Go has been given to every graduate you can imagine. It's in all these gift card shops as a message for these people that are leaving college or university or something they're moving on from to take on a new adventure in life. That book, a bestseller, would have never existed had Dr. Seuss not recycled his experience to get new feelings, to create new beliefs, to have new behaviors, so he had a different attitude towards public speaking. So what I'd like to do is leave you with one thought here when it comes to recycling your beliefs. If you believe you can't or believe you can, you're probably right. It's all about retrying things and moving back through these experiences so we can develop these new attitudes. But I also want you to not forget, while you try to do this for yourself in your own belief systems or things you might be nervous about or haven't really checked in with, don't forget that you can also do this for others. What kind of experience are you creating for others? The president and the captain of the Boy Scouts of America have no idea. They probably forgot about what happened, but look at the impact it had on this little boy. Well, think about your coworkers. Think about your spouse, your significant others, your friends, your family members. What experiences are you creating for them so they can recycle their experience? Their feelings can change. How can we move through that together? If you do this, I promise you, you can actually make big changes in both your personal and professional lives. I'm Chris Chapman. This has been a Mental Floss. As always, if you found this valuable, please do like, comment, and share. And if you're interested in learning some more, check out the comments down below.